Hello, everyone. Um, I wanted to showcase today the application that I built using the IQVIS Healthcare Locator SDK. It's an extremely powerful SDK that has been given to the developers. Thank you for that. And what possibilities it does bring to building applications. So first, let me talk to you about the distribution. So I have three distribution process. One is the mobile device that you're seeing over here as I'm moving around. The second distribution is just a plain, web application, which you'll be able to um, embed this web application into just a web layer. And the third is I embedded this application inside a Salesforce application. Now, why is the three levels of distribution? The three levels of distribution is because think about when people are trying to access this information, what kind of people are trying to access this information. So what I would like to talk about is think about people, smart people who are using devices. They know how to utilize smartphones. They downloaded the application from the iOS store or an Android store, and they are able to access this information in the smartphone. So this category of distribution is for people who are going to be utilizing the smartphone. Okay, what about people who doesn't have internet, doesn't have a smartphone, but they have a regular phone, right? They should also be able to, so this second mode of distribution, they should also be able to do that, because if you can embed this application into another cloud, I have done it for simplicity purposes on Salesforce. Now, these people who can call a service center, a local service center, well, the service agent, the caregiver can pick up the phone, get the details of that particular person's information, what do they need, and then give the proper information back. Correct? That's extremely powerful. And the third distribution is, all right, it's a mix of both, like people are comfortable using on the desktop just as a web app, and for them, this is the application. So these are the three modes of distribution. Web app, you can do the same functionality, and the functionality is the same for everything, right? One code base running and distributed for a web inside Salesforce and the in mobile device, one code base. Okay. Now the powerful thing of this is that I have embedded the default HCL-SDK tag, and which gives a lot of power into the hands of the developer, because some of the things, for example, the UX comes built in, the search comes built in, so which is awesome. And what you're seeing right now. What I also did as part of this is I went in and I said, all right, the second information that is very important is to embed the data part of it, right? Which is not UX. So I actually consumed the HCL API dot activities to show the recent activities. And here I have done something very, very powerful. Is this application, first of all, is hosted on Heroku, okay? And this Heroku has got a database. It has got a syncing mechanism from the Heroku Postgres database into Salesforce's HCL activities. So what I did is, all right, let's say, for example, somebody is interested to see the activities, and now what about if an activity has to be shared with the patient? So what I did is, as people are clicking on the share button, for example, I'm going to click, say, Terry Mancini at this point of time. What happens is, behind the scenes, this information gets persisted in the Heroku cloud. You're saying it got just inserted into Heroku, and the polling mechanism from the Heroku Postgres database actually goes in and syncs the data into Salesforce. So you'll see HCL-04 coming up right now. So if I do this, this is the new one, and this is the Terry Mancini showing up. So think of this, the real-time information flow, because of the open API capabilities of the Healthcare Locator app. I'm able to build a native iOS app, an app for these caregivers to be embedded in a Salesforce cloud, also as a web app for people to come and share this information, get this information at the tip of their fingertips. So just to wrap up, the distribution model is pretty powerful. I was trying very hard to cover all sections of people, all kinds of people coming from different sections of the society across the globe, so that I can give them an app on the mobile device, which is this one. I'm able to give the app to people, distributed into service agent, which will be in a Salesforce app, and people calling into the service agent should get the information. At the same time, a mix of both, a web app, which is this one, where they should be able to get the information as well. So pretty much covering the entire section of the universe. And the second thing is integrating that SDK. So from the integration perspective of the SDK, one is the out-of-the-box functionality that the HCL SDK gives us. At the same time, the API integration without the data to show activities. Hope it was informative, and I was playing around with different clouds. The cloud was Heroku, where this application is hosted, and that's a web app embedded inside a Salesforce application using Salesforce technologies, and then making into a native mobile app, which is this one, which pretty much gives. I would like to show you one powerful thing on the native mobile app is, for example, when you click on this, and this is where the native capability comes in. If you see the directions over here or the call, you'll see the directions coming up straight up into the device, which is powerful. So keep taking the native functionality, integration functionality. And then for the phone also, it basically comes up with the phone, because I believe the phone number is not there, right? That's why it came as another. But the integration of native device capabilities with the iOS application. With that said, thank you very much.